All right, all right, all right. We are here, everybody. We are here. We are ready. We are loving it. We are in the right place. If you're not in the right place, then you just arrived in the right place on accident. I'm telling you, we have so much value coming at you tonight. It's going to be a great night. Man, I don't even know where to start. First of all, how y'all feeling? How you feeling? Let me know in the chat. Just go ahead and put in the chat how you doing right now, where your energy is, because wherever it is, even if it's already a bit high, we're going to take it up a notch tonight, y'all. We're going to take it up a notch. Let me know how you feeling. We're going to get started in about four or so minutes. Just giving some time for people to make their way on in, giving some time. Let me know how you feeling. Let me know in the chat, and we're going to get started, y'all. Can't wait. We got so much to cover. Man, it's going to be an amazing day. It's going to be an amazing evening. Definitely let me know how you all are doing in the chat. Can't wait. Got your pen and paper. I see you. Can't wait. Got your pen and paper. Yes. How the rest of y'all doing? Yes. We are in the building. How you doing? Let me know in the chat. What's up with you? Great and excited. Yes. That's excited. That's what I want to hear. Even if you're already feeling on the up and up, we are going to take it to the next level. Hey, Lisa, we're going to take it to the next level tonight, y'all. We're going to take it to the next level. It's going in about 3 more minutes or so. We are going to officially get started in about 3 minutes. Where you guys coming from? Let me know in the chat. Just go ahead and drop a city in the chat for me one time so I can see where we're coming from. Drop a city in the chat for me. And just if you're not going to be able to take physical notes, happy to be here. I'm happy to see you. We got Houston, Katie in the building. That's Texas. We got Austin, Texas in the building. I see. Some pita bread and hummus is going on. Ooh, I'm almost jealous. We got North Carolina. Shout out to Fayetteville. All right. Pflugerville, that's another Texas. Let's go. Texas is heavy in the building today, y'all. We here. I see you. Something else I want to know, something else that just came to mind that I want to know. Why do you want to become consistent with health and wellness? Like, what is it that makes you want to become consistent? Even if you already are headed there, even if you're already on the way, what makes you want to become consistent with your health and wellness? Let me know in the chat. Santa's sweatshop. Yeah. She let me know she was still at work. She got called into work tonight, but she's going to have a great time with us nonetheless. As you can see, we're going to be communicating through the chat, so it's no pressure. You don't have to talk. You don't have to, try to sneak around and talk to us. It's all gravy. As long as you can listen, you can be here, and we're going to have we're going to make you have a much better time down at Santa's sweatshop, or should I say up, because it's at the North Pole. A good quality of life makes you want to be consistent with health and wellness. Yes, good quality of life. Then that means you know where you're going, right? Someone that Lisa says, I want to see what living well really feels like. Ooh, teach yourself what it feels like to be in a state of gratitude. I understand. Why do you want to be consistent with your health and wellness routine? Let me know in the chat, y'all. Let me know. Last couple minutes is going by before I actually kick this thing off and we get started officially. Another thing you can put in the chat for me is this question that I'm going to put to you right here. What's the biggest thing holding you back right now? What is the biggest number one thing that's holding you back right now? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Being able to breathe mentally. Yes. Just whoosa. Gotta whoosa every now and then. Just take it one breath at a time, baby. Take it one breath at a time, and everything will be okay. Sometimes the mind says we can't take it one breath at a time. Just tell them it's lying. It doesn't know what it's talking about. It knows nothing about this life that you're living here, okay? Procrastination is holding you back. Uh-oh. I know that one. I know that one very well. I know procrastination. We used to be best friends. What's holding me back? Eating well is expensive and takes time and planning. Does it? Does it really? We're going to take a look at that one today. We are going to take a good look at that one today. If eating well is so expensive and takes so much time, we're going to take a look at that one right there. I feel you, though. Don't think I'm saying you wrong. I'm just saying we're going to take a look, all right? We're going to take a look. We have a lot to cover. We got a lot going on. There's some more people trickling in, so it's time to go ahead and start, but I'm going to let them trickle in, give a couple more, a couple people some of that good room so they can come in without the door slamming right behind them. People say that to me all the time when I say I'm vegan, but there are ways, aren't there? And we're going to look at it. Thank you for that input, because we definitely going to look at it. That's why I'm here. Let's dispel that myth. Let's dissolve that falsehood into the abyss of nothingness that it came from. All right. So here we pretty much go. Like I said, we have a lot to cover. It's going to be a great night. If you are ready to get this thing started, then I need you to do one thing for me, one thing only, and that is put your phone on some type of distraction-free setting that doesn't shut you off from the internet. Okay, so airplane mode might not be feasible, but something like silent or do not disturb. Some phones have do not disturb, or a lot of them. Go ahead and put your phone on somewhat of a distraction-free setting that does not take you away from the internet, so that you can be here and I can have your attention for as long as you can bear it, as long as your schedule allows it. Also, tell your kids, your spouse, and the people that's around you to either watch this presentation with you or leave you alone for a little bit. To either watch it with you, be here in the space. We got room for you, baby. Come on in the space, or leave you alone for a little bit. You got something important going on. You got something life-changing going on, and you want your space. You want your space, that healthy space, right? Also, like Tensi said in the chat, make sure that you get your notes ready, and we are going to get started with this thing. Now, before we get started with this thing, make a promise to yourself that you are going to stay until the end if you can possibly bear it, because we got something special for you at the end of this presentation, y'all. Something special that's only for you. You hear what I'm saying? It's only for you, and you can only get access to it if you stay until the end. Now, what are we here to talk about? What are we here to talk about? We are here to discuss, look into, and answer our healthy questions about how to stay consistent with a healthy lifestyle, even on a busy schedule, without giving up everything you love to do, even if you are a junk food-aholic. If that's you, not the junk food-aholic part, but if that's what you want to learn, go ahead and put number 1 in the chat for me. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me see them ones as we move on. Now, I want you to know that if you have failed ever in your life at living a holistically healthy lifestyle in the past, it's not your fault. Okay. If you have ever been concerned in the past that you're uniquely in a position where you just can't succeed with holistically healthy lifestyle habits, then we're here to put those fears completely to rest. Now, I know that society, as well as your own mental self-critic, and don't act like you don't have a couple, your own mental self-critics, they want you to think that you can't find a flow with healthy habits or maintain that high level of connection to what we're going to call spirit throughout this presentation without them. They say, you can't do it without me, right? But it's not like that. That's never, ever, ever been true. And I want to let you know, if you've ever thought that society or your own mental self-critics want you to fail, you're probably right. You're probably right about that. But that's all right. I'm here to show you exactly how to get spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally grounded enough to set up a healthy habits and a healthy habit routine in a way that makes consistency easy for you during this presentation. If that's something that you resonate with, go ahead and put another 1 in the chat as we move along. Let me see them ones. Let me see them ones. Let me see them ones. Let me see them. Let's go. Now, my goal for this web class, by the end of it, I want to have helped the people that want to get consistent and find a flow with simple, holistically healthy habits, right? I want to help you know that you can build that healthy routine so that you can transform your body, transform your level of self-discipline, and then upgrade your level of self-confidence and all the things that come with health and good mental states, right? I want to help you with that. Also, I want to help people that want to maintain a high level of connection with spirit without suffering from all the negative self-talk and procrastination that come from the overwhelm and the shame and the things that we don't understand. So if that is in line with what your goals are for coming to Ufulu Child events, then put "that's me" in the chat. Let me see some interaction here. Let me see some interaction. Put "that's me" if you want to unleash that next level self-love. I see you in there. I see you in there. Awesome. Awesome. Now here we go. Here we go. Something that you may not know is there is only one way that I know of for you to get consistent with the healthy home routine and maintain that high level of connection to spirit through all the chaos and all of that. There's only one way that I know of. You know what that is? It's called lifestyle transformation. And the only way to properly, smoothly, and comfortably, right, and confidently do that, do lifestyle transformation or holistic lifestyle transformation, is by creating and living a freedom lifestyle. That's the only way. That's it. A freedom lifestyle, if you don't know what that is yet, is essentially a lifestyle that you create that is all about freeing yourself in all aspects of your life without exception. Okay? It's a lifestyle that heals your past and frees your future without while also keeping you grounded in the truth of the now. Okay? Heals the past, heals your and clears the path to the future while keeping you grounded in the now. Do y'all want to do something like that with me today? Y'all want to do something like that with me today? Well, if you do, you got to know who me is. Who is me? Why do I have the right to tell you all of these wonderful things about what you can do? Well, in short, long story short, short story long, my name is Soul Expression. My real name is Maurice, and but you can call me Soul. And I'm a lifestyle transformation coach. I've been one for a while now. It's my favorite thing to do beyond any shadow of a doubt. I'm married to a certified Kemetic yoga instructor. We are both Reiki practitioners as well. I am a master of meditation, a mind mastery coach, and a limiting belief mastery coach. Now, a limiting belief transformation mastery coach nowadays, as I've really built up a muscle for that. And we are the co-founders of Ufulu Child. When I say we, I'm talking about Tensi and myself. And it's been a pleasure working with us. A lot of people that are currently with the tribe that's in this presentation with us today. If you are, go ahead and shout yourself out. Say, hey, in the chat for me one time. And we're going to keep this thing rolling. Now, does anybody recognize this guy on the left here? Anybody recognize this guy? His name is Roger Bannister. Roger Bannister. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell? Roger Bannister. Well, if it doesn't ring a bell, I'll tell you a quick story about him. He is on May 6th, 1954. Okay, that's why it's black and white. May 6th, 1954. He was responsible for doing something that everyone in the world pretty much perceived as impossible. This guy did the impossible. And that's pretty much how the human story goes, right? People think it's impossible until it's done. What did he do? Roger Bannister, May 6, 1954, broke what's called the 4-minute mile. Any distance runners in the family today? Basically running a race that's being timed on stopwatches for an official event. He's running his race, and he runs a mile in under 4 minutes of time, which people and doctors and scientists of that time would tell you is impossible. It could not be done and would not be done. But he did it. And after he did it, what the significance of this story is after he did that, 47 days after he did that, matter of fact, someone else did it. Now think about that for a moment. Think about that as we go on this journey together. People said it was impossible. Scientists, people studying the human body said it'll never happen. Our muscles and things, they can get up to a certain point, but they'll never get to where we can run a mile in under 4 minutes. Then mere days after he did it, someone else did it. What does that mean, y'all? What does that mean? What does that mean to you in 2 words? Go ahead and put it in the chat, and I'm going to continue this story here because this has significance in my own life. Let me introduce you to somebody named Mama Peaches. Mama Peaches is Tensie's mom. And at the end of 2015, Mama Peaches was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer in her jaw. And it was not in the earliest of early stages of cancer that she was diagnosed. It was pretty scary. And this was already on top of her already troublesome type 2 diabetes. A huge impossibility was dumped on Tensie's whole family, including myself, because we had already got to know each other and started kicking it, right? And what we witnessed Mama Peaches do for herself was make the impossible possible. Now, here's how she did it. First of all, she committed to healing thoughts and healing feelings. She did not let anything else in the mix of her body and emotional body and her mental body. She ain't let nothing else in the mix. Okay. And things got really, really, really bad too. I mean, she couldn't talk. She couldn't walk. She couldn't eat solid foods. Like applesauce was too thick. You feel what I'm saying? Applesauce was too thick, wouldn't stay down. She was in pain like all the time, couldn't alleviate the pain. Couldn't sleep comfortably. Things was really, really, really dark at times, right? But Mama Peaches did something in front of me and Tensie, and as we were trying to help and do all these things, without the use of chemotherapy, she made and kept it possible in her mind and in her inner being that she was going to heal, and she did the impossible anyway. She did the impossible anyway. If y'all resonate with that story, put some flames in the chat or put the word flames in the chat. If you don't have emojis, put some flames in the chat. Let me know if you resonate with doing the impossible, knowing that you can do anything and you are not limited by this life. Let me know. I'm seeing them. Right. And she did this again without chemotherapy, without the super $1 billion high-tech treatment. This was going down because she made it possible within herself that I'm going to heal anyway. And we learned something that day. We learned that life is more than just what you can see. Can I get an amen in the chat? Can I get an amen? Now, once Mama Peaches was healed, okay, it's not that in life you get to witness something great happen and then suddenly you are imbued with that same greatness. No, they earned that greatness. If you want that greatness for yourself, you're going to have to earn it. And that's just how things are, right? That's just how it works. And so while me and Tensie were able to view this great thing happen, it wasn't super duper locked into us that we could do the same thing yet. We had to prove that to ourselves. And while being free and being healthy and being consistent was a goal of ours, we were not taking it seriously. And then we found ourselves whirling and whirling and whirling and whirling down the spiral and the cycle of having low energy, unhealthy eating habits, unhealthy thinking habits, unhealthy feeling habits, unhealthy spending habits. We were stressing out over work. We had no consistency whatsoever in our healthy routines. Things were a mess. You hear what I'm saying? And while things were a mess, you know what made it a mess was we saw that doing the impossible was possible. And then we started to do things and put healthy routines and things together. And then you know how life will test you? Like, have you ever regressed into old unhealthy habits right when your life gets hectic? Has that ever happened to you guys? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you resonate with that's happened to you, that you start to do something good for yourself. And then right when you start, something hits you from the side, and then you're like, whoa. And as you're shaking up, you go right back to your comfort zone. You familiar with that? Sam says, yep. Armita says, yes. Okay. I'm glad y'all are with me now. So we knew that something had to change. Something had to change. Tensie decided that I have to learn how to not let stress and anxiety make me sick like my mom. because that was probably the biggest thing that led into her ailment, right? Was the stress and the constant go stress. It was bad stress, not good stress. And she decided, I'm not going to let the stress and anxiety make me sick like my mom. I decided for myself that I have to learn how to not allow stress and unhealthy habits to perpetuate my depression that I was struggling with at the time, and my anger issues that I was struggling with and carrying since childhood, right? And we decided that something had to change. And we would often talk about some of these things with friends and family and people that had a certain level of wisdom about them. And through these conversations on this new journey that we were on, right, after we saw the impossible happen right in front of our eyes, through these conversations, people let us know why we were so anxious, why we were so stuck and depressed and stuck in a loop of start, stop, start, stop. What they told us is that we had the wrong idea about consistency. If you know that consistency is not about perfection, and we're going to get into exactly what this means, but if you intuitively know that consistency is not about perfection, put "it's not" in the chat for me one time. So I know you're still with me, you're not falling asleep, because we just getting started, people. We are just getting started. Consistency is not about perfection. And we had to learn that in a profound way. But how does this apply to you? How does this apply to you? Well, first of all, I want to offer you the opportunity to let go of the big lie that we're all told. Okay? Don't believe the lie that says it's impossible to make real positive changes in my life. It's just not possible for me. Don't believe that. Or the other big lie is, I don't have time to transform my daily routine into what I need it to be for the level of health and wellness that I want to reach. Okay, that's the other big lie. I just don't have that. There is not enough to, I need another 24 hours. I need 48 hours a day just to get started on something like that. Don't believe it. Okay, that's from this part of the presentation right here. Remember, other people that believed wholeheartedly, not because they didn't want to see people succeed, but because this was just what they believed. This was the accepted narrative around the whole world, y'all, that the 4-minute mile was impossible. They believed that really deeply. And then mere days after someone else did it, it was done again. So mere days after it became possible in their mind, they knew that they could do it themselves. So here's the truth about all of this. First of all, you are not as far away from the life and the health and the body and the emotional stability and the mental clarity that you may think you are. You are not that far away from your goals. Okay, that's first thing. Second thing, if I can come from the depressive feelings that I was carrying around, if I can come from, and me and Tensi can come from the financial hardship that seemed to just be ceilingless and floorless, right? And wallless, just endless financial hardship. If we can come from the junk food addiction and all of this stuff into living what we call a freedom lifestyle and really doing that, so can you. And we are here to prove that today. Speaking of proof, don't just take my word for it. Okay, there is somebody really special in the building with us today, y'all. She is in the building. Her name is Queenie, and she's really, really cool. She's been rocking with us for over a year now, almost 2 years, I'm thinking. And go ahead and say hey in the chat, Queenie, if you can still hear us. But basically, I want y'all to hear what she had to say about just learning how to live a freedom lifestyle and what it did for her.
Getting that clarity and that strength and that power you feel when that clarity comes over you after going through that. And then it's like you tell yourself, I am a strong woman. Like, I am. And you're just like, how could I have just gone through something so painful, so much suffering, and now I feel so good? And my time of going through that and getting, past it, so to speak, is decreasing. Before, like, I'd go through a painful event and it would like sit with me for like maybe a week or more, and it would drain me, and the exhaustion and the pain, and like even affecting my work. And I love, just the meditation and just the messages that you receive or you get, daily from this program. And this is for everyone. This is everyone.
All right, now, if you are ready to get into this thing, let me know by, first of all, I just want you to put a 1 or a 2 or a 3 in the chat if you are looking most forward to secret number 1 or secret number 2 or secret number 3. We are going to get into these 3 secrets and we are going to leave you on a new level from whence you came. Check it out. Secret number 1, we're going to talk about how to attend to all your health and spiritual wellness needs in less than 1 hour per day. That's right, y'all. Less than 1 hour per day. Secret number 2, we're going to talk about how to find out exactly what's holding you back and the one thing you need to do to overcome it. What? It's just one thing? Yes. And secret number 3, we're going to talk about how to hack the number 1 consistency booster known to mankind without forcing your family to follow the same path you're on. And before we even get into secret number 1, who knows how relevant it is for most people out there starting a new journey that they feel like they have to make their family follow the same path. If you don't know what that is, then you haven't really tried nothing extraordinary yet. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's okay because you can start today. But y'all know how that feels, right? Y'all know how that feels. Let's go. Some people looking forward to 3, some 2. I see some 3, some 1 and 2. Okay. All right. Let's get into it then. Secret number 1, how to attend to all your health and spiritual wellness needs for the whole day in less than 1 hour. Now, a lot of people may be thinking, but so, I'm just not that good at doing all the healthy and spiritual stuff. Like, I know about some of it. I've seen some of it. I'm familiar with some of it. But when it comes to doing it, like, it's just, I'm not that good at it. And that makes me feel like I don't know where to start. But let me tell you, I know exactly what you mean. Upon our initial research, I remember Tensi being the exact same way, super stressed out about how to figure this thing out, right? First of all, we were trying to get more consistent with our mental, emotional, as well as our physical health practices and see where we were standing in our mental, emotional, and physical selves, where we were at the time. But doing that and trying to simplify a daily routine just to feel better was immensely stressful. Why is that? Because it makes you feel like you're in a box. Anybody ever feel like they were being put in a box whenever they tried to do something healthy for themselves and they went to the internet and the internet had all of these different answers from these different people that contradicted the other one? Anybody ever feel like that before? All we wanted to do was build a healthy lifestyle that was fun. But when we started studying on how to build a wellness practice for ourselves, we immediately felt overwhelmed. Why? Because what happens when you go and you look on the internet and you try to find something that really works to get you healthy in somewhat of an efficient manner? What happens? Well, this is what happens. You run into long lists, right? The longest lists ever. And I mean, these lists are ridiculous and they sound really good, but they make you feel like you're in a maze. And to get to the light in the middle of the maze where you've reached your pinnacle of health, you got to drink water and you got to drink enough of it. And you got to make sure that you do it at the right times. You got to do yoga for an hour and a half. You got to work out for an hour and a half, at least 3 times a week. You got to follow proper food combining rules. Don't eat this fruit with this fruit. Don't eat this meat with this. Don't do this with this. You got to make sure that your portion sizes on your plate are correct. You got the right amount of vegetables to the right amount of whatever else you got going on. You got to make sure that you're doing meditation at the right time of day. You got to make sure that you're eating at the right time of day and you're eliminating and you're paying attention to the digestive system in this kind of way and that kind of way. And you're working out only between this hour and this hour because your body's at the peak, and you're only doing yoga at sunrise and at sunset because the sun and the moon, they correlate with your body and the cosmic, all of these lists. You got to take 10 supplements a day. You got to eat things only off of this list that I say is okay to eat. You got to do 90-day food cleanses where all you're doing is drinking water for 90 days straight. And you have to do all of this all at once. Does that sound a little familiar to anybody? Does that sound a little bit familiar to anybody here? Just let me know in the chat. Let me know. You got to meditate 4 times a day for like 50 minutes. It doesn't work like that. And with this maze that we found ourselves in, we ended up feeling like there was no way we could possibly do that. And that was very discouraging, right? There had to be a simpler way of doing things. And we wanted to create a system that made it so if I just did the proper things throughout the day, it could knock out all of these lists in a way that I don't have to try to memorize and be a master of so many things at once. That's all we wanted to do. Is that what y'all want to do? That's all we wanted to do, right? But it seemed impossible looking at these lists. So we noticed that every time Tensi and I, especially Tensi, started to follow what someone said, she kept hitting this same wall of stagnation that came from the overwhelm of looking at the list. Because after a while, I just got tired of it and said, threw my hands up and said, whatever, dude, it's too much. It's too much. Whatever, yo. You know what I'm saying? but eventually I would always come back and we kept on doing this thing, but we felt overwhelmed and we would hit a wall. And then we would try someone else's thing and we would feel overwhelmed and we would hit the same wall, but in a different place. And it felt like they were saying, in order to do this, you got to be an expert at that. But in order to learn how to be an expert at this, you got to learn how to do this. But in order to learn how to do this, you got to be an expert at that, right? Kind of like the paradox of you need experience to get the job, but then you need the job to get experience. That makes sense. And one day, finally, we did something, we did a wellness challenge. Like we're doing, Ufulu Child is putting on a 30-day wellness challenge of our own right now. But we did a different challenge, a fitness challenge not too long ago. And well, years ago now. And the leader of this challenge completely helped us with all of this. They shattered our beliefs when she revealed during one of the daily trainings of the challenge that millions of people are actually getting good results that stick by simplifying their day into a few small things that they can do in one go or in that add up to a short amount of time instead of spreading themselves thin with a bunch of huge tasks. And by doing that, that's how you learn how to build momentum. That's how your body learns how to build momentum in a certain direction, and consistency comes with that. And you don't get results until you learn to be consistent. And we had an epiphany. We said, what? You mean that if I just focus on the core areas of my life, if I move my body, if I take care of my inner state, right, my mental, emotional, if I get some nutrients in and learn how to express myself and keep it simple along the way, then instead of taking 5 to 6 hours more per day to get all of this wellness stuff in and learn all of these things, I can probably reduce all of that time to like less than 1 hour. And then, boom, we had a breakthrough, y'all. We had a breakthrough. Somebody said, keep it simple in the chat. Yes, indeed. Keep it simple. We had the breakthrough. Now, let me break it down for y'all. Let me break it down. You want me to break down the breakthrough? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. You want me to break it down? You want me to break it down? I know you want me to break it down. Here we go. We created something that we now call the Freedom Lifestyle Blueprint, which is the Freedom 5. And we narrowed down the focuses, the big, sort of big dominoes that you can knock this big domino down and it'll knock all the rest of the small dominoes down for you, down to these 5 things: be, cleanse, fuel, move, and shine. One more time, the Freedom 5 or the Freedom Lifestyle Blueprint is be, cleanse, fuel, move, and shine. And this is the system that we've used to get a lot of our clients good results that stick. We've helped people lose weight. We've helped them with certain relationship building at work and in their homes. We've helped some of them improve their energy levels throughout the day. We've helped them manage some chronic illnesses. And remember, we helped Mama Peaches start to heal from the cancer and things at the beginning of our journey. This is real spill here, y'all. This is real spill. Here again is the Freedom 5: be, cleanse, fuel, move, and shine. Now, I want you to take some time to go ahead and write this down so that you can remember. With B, all you got to do, meditate or sit in stillness, learn to listen to stillness and silence within yourself for as little as 5 to 15 minutes a day. As little as 5 to 15 minutes a day, and you are good. With cleanse, all you got to do, set up some phone alarms or calendar reminders to drink water throughout the day so that you're consistently flushing out your system. And when I say water, I'm not talking about water with a whole bunch of powder dumped in it. I'm talking about water, that H2O, right? Alkaline water if you can help it, okay? And just getting the water in all throughout the day helps cleanse your body. And also, obviously, you can do fasting and things like that that'll help accelerate the cleansing process. With fuel, this is about what you're eating and what you're taking in terms of your content. Meal prep once or twice a week so that your healthy meals are already taken care of in advance. You wake up, there's something already that's healthy and prepared for you in your fridge, just waiting on you to heat it up or put it on a plate. Okay. Also, upgrade your playlists. Okay. Upgrade your Netflix, whatever, with something that'll uplift your mind and uplift your spirit. Don't just watch the same kind of entertainment all the time. Switch it up, y'all. Get a little exciting. Okay. With Move, speaking of excitement, with Move, just do 10 minutes of intentional movement per day, even if it's just taking a walk, just to stay active. And I don't mean taking a walk like, oh, I got errands to run, so that counts because it's counting my steps. No, that takes the intentionality out of it. Okay. Don't take the intentionality out of it. Do 10 minutes of intentional movement per day. Comedic yoga is awesome. Workouts are awesome. But even if you just riding a little bike or taking a nice long walk, that counts as well. And then also make sure that you learn to shine. Shine is an acronym that we use here at Ufulu Child for share honest, insightful, nourishing expressions. That means spread love, right? Go get somebody with a text message, a quick little DM or message of some kind, even write a letter, whatever you got to do, call them real quick and tell them that you appreciate that they're alive, that they're here with you and sharing this human experience with you. Because when you spread love with no strings attached, love comes back to you with no strings attached. And what goes around comes around. So learn to be what you want to come around. Learn to become your own breakthrough in that way. All right. Become what you and send out what you want to come back to you. It works every time. If you resonate with that message, then go ahead and put a 1 in the chat for me, just so I know that you're still with me. Let me know that you ain't fall asleep. Put some 1s in the chat. Let me see those 1s. Let me see those 1s. Let me see those 1s. Let me see them. And all of this can be done in less than 1 hour in a day. Even if you're meal prepping, okay, there are tons of tasty, healthy, foodie approved recipes. Okay, I'm a foodie. Tensi's a foodie. We don't play around in the kitchen. There are tons of tasty, healthy recipes that you can find online that are easy to make and take less than 20 minutes to prepare in bulk. Okay, we ain't here to play with y'all. Now, check this out. This is really cool. There was a study done, comparisons of the Atkins, the Ornish, the Weight Watchers, and the Zone diets. And they were comparing them for weight loss and heart disease risk reduction. Okay, a reduction of the heart disease risk. And the conclusion that they came up with when they did the study, is that each popular diet modestly reduced body weight and several cardiac risk factors at 1 year. It increased adherence and was associated with a greater weight loss increased adherence was associated with greater weight loss and cardiac risk factor reductions for each group. What does that mean? Basically, it means this: as long as you are doing something, then you will see results. Now, obviously, this is within reason, but as long as you are doing something and you stick to it, right? You don't stop, then you will see some sort of results. You don't have to stress yourself out over what is the best one thing to do and what is the right one. And what if I do some of this one and some of that one? That's when it starts to get complicated. That's what leads to you easily stopping halfway through. Okay. And of course, if you give something a try and it doesn't fit your personality or your learning style, just go to something else. But try it, give it an earnest try within reason, stick to it, and it will work out for you. Again, consistency, y'all, is not about perfection. Say it with me. Consistency is not about perfection. I'm going to act like I heard you say it with me. Now, here is the magic formula. This is the magic formula. First, you need this little girl's smile in your life because she's just so bright. She's just so bright with her smile. But check this out. She found this formula in her science class. I made that up. She didn't really. All of the life coaches that are successful, all of the spiritual masters that have a huge influence, all of the super successful business people that make a ton of money, all of the holistic nutrition and holistic health masters of the world, they all say the same thing. What is that? They all say this in a nutshell. You only have control of yourself. So to enjoy this life, you only need to take care of your body and mind and spread love. Can I get a witness in the building today? You only got control of yourself. So if you want to enjoy this life, all you got to do is take care of your body, take care of your mind, and spread love with no strings attached. Okay? No strings attached. We ain't here to play games now. Now, at some point, some of you guys may be thinking, that sounds really good. That sounds really good, soul, but I still don't know what to do. I just don't. There are so many options out there. Like, how can I choose? Right? Some other people may be thinking, maybe I'm just not in the right mindset. Maybe I need a couple more years of suffering before I can find the right mindset. I know you're out there. I'm not going to call you out. But here's the truth about that kind of thinking. Okay? If you can do 5 super simple things, then you can live the happy, healthy life of someone who is established in true freedom. You can do it. I know this from experience, not just from reading it in a book. I know it may sound cliche, but it is the honest truth. If you can do 5 super simple things in a day, which you can, I'm telling you, you can take my word for it, then you can live the happy, healthy life no matter what happens in your life situation. What do you need to do? Be, cleanse, fuel, move, and shine. I'm giving brownie points to whoever can freely type the Freedom 5 or the Freedom Lifestyle formula in the chat before I move on. You got 5 seconds. You got 4 seconds. Be, cleanse, fuel, move, shine. Let's go. All right, y'all. It's time to get into secret number 2. It's time to get into secret number 2. If you are ready to move on to secret number 2, let me see some tools in the chat. Let me see them tools in the chat. Let me see them tools. Let me see them tools. Let me see them tools. Let me see. Let me see those tools. Let me see those tools. Let me see those tools. Let me see. Oh, yeah. All right. Tensi, make sure that you give everybody a gold star that typed Be, Cleanse, Fuel, Move, Shine, or its acronym, which I just saw for the first time, which was pretty cool and very smart. You get 2 gold stars. Check it out. We are getting ready to get into how to find out exactly what's holding you back and the one thing you need to do to overcome it. Put a me in the chat if you want to stop thinking that you have to get over that you have to overcome a million things just to be healthy and happy. Put a me in the chat if you want to stop the thought that you got to overcome a million things just to be healthy and happy. Okay, we're going to talk about the one thing you need to do to overcome it. All right. Now, before we get into it, some people may feel like, I just don't understand. So I just don't understand how a holistically healthy lifestyle will actually work with my schedule. Have you seen my schedule, soul? I don't have any extra time or extra money to change everything that I do. Basically saying, I have to wait for my life situation to change before I can change. Now, if you know anything about karma, or if you know anything about spirituality, or just geometry in like physical reality, you know that if you do change, then the world around you will change. And this is a fact. This is what they call a law of nature that cannot be changed, bent. It is an absolute law, right? If you change, the world will change. And that's just how that is. But even if that's not you, even if you're not the one saying that you have to wait for such and such to change before you can change, these things do hold a lot of people back. And so I want to get into it just a little bit, just to set the record straight. Okay, is that okay with y'all? Is that all right? Because I totally understand it. I thought that if I took time to pay attention to my self-care, that I was being selfish, right? That I wasn't being an adult. and I was ignoring real life problems and responsibilities. I thought that eating fresh food took too much time. And I remember somebody said this earlier too. I remember somebody said this. I thought that eating fresh foods and things took too much. In fact, I used to say this out loud, right? I thought to get proper nutrients without meat and dairy and all of these things that really I was just saying that because I wanted to keep eating them, that I would have to eat so many salads, just buku salads all day, every day only. And I wouldn't be able to enjoy other foods. I would have to eat so many greens, so many herbs, and spend so much time in the kitchen chopping onions that I wouldn't have enough time to actually work on my passion projects or go to work and actually work at my job or build Ufulu child, whatever. Like I thought it was just going to take too much out of my day to eat healthy. But I also knew that I had to change my eating habits. Why? Because I started to see its impact and the differences from when I went 2-3 weeks of eating healthy and when I regressed into those old habits and belief systems. And so I knew something had to change because I was tired and I knew that being full all the time and being tired all the time also takes away from how much time I can put into work in my passion projects all the same. And so it was lose-lose if I didn't actually try. And so I didn't know exactly what it was going to look for, but I went for it anyway. And I got some good news for you. It does work out. So I learned something new when I started listening to different kinds of health-based teachers and yogis. And I noticed something. They taught me something really, really cool about meal prep in a different way. Now, what I call this here, this strategy I'm getting ready to put in your ear now, is called put it in a cup. Put that in the chat. Put it in a cup with the exclamation point for brownie points. Okay? Put it in a cup. Some of the research that I came across totally shattered my beliefs when I learned that if you just put a certain combination of nutrients, nutraceuticals, if you will, into a smoothie or like a homemade vegan shake of some kind, then it can replace a meal. It saves you time from getting the nutrients from otherwise sitting in the kitchen chopping onions for 30 minutes. Okay? It saves you time. The nutrients actually disperse and go throughout your body in a more efficient way and effective way if they're not fighting the filler, right? If you're not trying to make a sandwich every time you want to eat healthy and your body is trying to do the bread and the healthy stuff and the slab of meat and the mayonnaise, it's not trying to fight all of these different things. You put it in a smoothie, you put it in a cup, and then the nutrients just disperse the right way. So homemade juices, if you got a juicer or smoothies or something like that, homemade vegan shake. And I love homemade because you know what's in it. That's just my preference because you know what's in it, right? Then it just works out so much better. And the thing is, well, first of all, don't forget, you also got to get a good amount of water. Okay. Get a good amount of water in also. Don't forget that. But everybody knows you got to get the good amount of water in. We're not going to spend too much time over there. But I was just like, wow, like, if I learned which herbs and supplements contain the nutrients that my body needs, then I can do my new strategy called what? Put it in a cup. And it did something bigger than just saving me time in the kitchen. It totally shifted the way that I thought about how to prepare my body and my spirit for the day. Okay? If you have any intuitive inclination of where I might be headed with that, go ahead and put a yeah in the chat, Y-E-A or Y-E-A-H. Go ahead, put a yeah in the chat if you're with me here. It did more than just save me time in the kitchen. It shifted the way that I thought about how to prepare my body and mind for the day. And during the same wellness challenge that I mentioned before, we learned about bulk meal prep, and we learned that making things in bulk and portioning them out in advance can also save you time. Not only time, but it saves you money because you're not rushing around trying to find, what do I eat? What do I eat? Oh, let me just go get takeout, right? And doing that whole dance that we used to do all of the time. And it's so easy to do. The mind will say that's not easy to do in advance, and it takes away. It doesn't. If you actually put it into practice, of course, there's a learning curve, right? You might have to do it 3 times before you kind of get in the groove of it. But as soon as you have it down to where you know which dishes fit in the refrigerator or wherever you're going to store it at correctly, and you like this meal and this meal, then you good. That's all you need to learn, which meals you like and how you're going to put it together and put it in the fridge. All right. And you can make it in bulk. But that aside, the main lesson that I learned is that it's not selfish to focus on self-care and put other things aside and focus on you. That's not the selfish thing. It's selfish, okay, to not address the things that perpetuate the feelings of lack and negativity in your life. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, y'all? Are y'all still with me? You got to do something about that negativity, and don't judge yourself for taking time away from other things so that you can take time to heal. And in learning all of this stuff, I had to stop for a second and think to myself, if people made it simple for a guy like me, okay, if if people made it simple for a guy like me to change his food habits, why can't I seem to make it simple for myself to change certain other habits, the other good habits that I want to form that'll help me elevate to the next level? Maybe it's not only about the work that needs to be done. Maybe it's about my approach. Maybe put it in a cup, right, can apply in other ways. Maybe I just haven't found my way of doing things just yet. Anybody recognize this guy? He's a really cool dude. His name is Stephen Dunier. And he did a TED Talk that completely blew our minds. What he talks about is pretty much just his life story. And in his life story, he talks about his days in school, something very relatable, right? And he talks about how changing your approach, what it could do so that if you change your approach to fit who you are as a person, then it could work wonders in your life. Now, during his days in middle school and high school and in his first 2 years of college, okay, first 2 full years of college and high school and all the way back to middle school, he was pretty much a C student. And this is what he said in his TED Talk. I wasn't there. He's older than me. But he said he was a C student. And his teachers told him all throughout, and they were saying the same thing in college, which is what led him to one day change his approach. They told him, they said to him and his parents, they said, you know, your boy is really bright. He's super duper bright. But you need to get him to settle down and stop always distracting himself. You need to get him to sit down and just focus on the one thing, which is his schooling. And he said, yo, man, I tried everything that I could to sit down and just focus on the school. I wanted that more for myself than anyone else wanted for me, than my parents and my teachers wanted for me. I wanted to be able to sit down and just focus on the school. But focusing in a traditional way does not fit who I am as a person. And so after this second year of college, when he went back for the third semester, he decided, I'm going to change my approach. And he did something amazing, yet so simple. And this is what really blew my mind. So he didn't multitask. He didn't sit and say, okay, I'm not getting up until I'm done, right? He didn't do any of the traditional, like, okay, let me set up a barrier so I don't look up, and all of these other strategies that sometimes people use, which can work for some personalities. That works for you, that's all good. But he didn't do any of that. He decided, because of his focus, the way that his mind naturally works, maybe my mind isn't the problem. Maybe I can just change my approach. And he said, I'm going to work in 5 to 10 minute increments and then take a break. I'm going to work in 5 to 10 minute increments and then take a break. And I'm not even going to necessarily come back to the same exact task, right? If I get up from math, then maybe I come back and I do a project of some kind or some sort of science or something, right? And the next semester, straight A's. And then the next semester, straight A's. And then the next semester, the next semester, the next semester, the next semester, all the way up through a top grad school finance and economics program, straight A's. He's also applied the same thing in his corporate career and flew through the corporate world and became a top earner everywhere that he went. He's also a world record holder for knitting. For knitting, y'all. Do you understand? 5 to 10 minute increments, which is something that, again, it doesn't mean the traditional way is wrong. It means it didn't fit how his brain naturally, and I'm not going to say brain, I'm going to say mind, how his mind naturally works, with how his personality was set up. It just worked for him. And he's the world record holder for knitting. And he made like the largest knitting square in a certain amount of time. It was ridiculous. And learning this, I was like, whoa. First of all, I needed to hear this TED Talk when I was in middle school, because I was also a C student who couldn't stay focused. First of all. But that aside, second of all, I have been going about this health and wellness thing all wrong. Me and Tensi have been going about this health and wellness thing all wrong. We're trying to force ourselves to sit down and not get up until it's done. The thing that's holding me back is not necessarily the work that has to be done. It's my approach. And even with this, I know some of y'all may still be a little bit worried, like, okay, but I still don't understand exactly how the holistic, healthy lifestyle thing will help me focus on what I need when I've tried already, right? Some of y'all might feel that, and that's totally understandable. Or you may be feeling more so like, no one else around me is doing it. No one else around me is doing the thing. And so like, I have even more going against me, right? And let me tell you the truth about that type of thinking. Okay, there is a commonality found in what all of the self-help experts and like spiritual teachers of today say that's probably never really been simplified for you in this way. Y'all want to hear it? Let me know in the chat. It goes like this. The only way to really find consistency and get into a flow with keeping your health and spiritual wellness as your priority, not the secondary, but the priority in your life, is to shift how you do things away from what I'm going to call the killer of all large goals, all big goals, which is following the crowd. You got to break out and you got to do your own thing at some point. You got to learn first, and then you got to break out and do your own thing. You can maximize your results by simply changing your approach to fit who you are as a person. That is the one thing you need to do to overcome exactly what's holding you back. Are you still with me, chat? Are you still with me, chat? Are you asleep? Let me know, because if you sleep, we can stop here. We can stop here if you sleep, if you had enough. I remember somebody said, "Why you throwing slugs out here?" I'm not trying to hurt nobody. With you, we are awake. Okay, all right, I'm awake. Let's go. All right. Because we getting ready to move into secret number 3, y'all. We getting ready to move into secret number 3. It's going down. And secret number 3, simply put, is how to hack the number 1 consistency booster known to mankind without forcing your family to follow the same path you're on. When I say I know this through and through, I mean, I can count on my hands the number of family members that I've brought with me. I can count them on my hands. Okay. And I've tried. So how to hack the number 1 consistency booster, number 1 consistency booster. Okay. This is what's going to really make it easy for you to become consistent. Now, before we get into it, I got to start off with the limiting belief that comes up for a lot of people. Goes like this. And these people, most of the time, are all genuinely interested in changing their lives for the better. But we all say, I'm not in the right family. I'm not in the right community. There's nothing around me that just supports this kind of lifestyle. Or my favorite one, I'm not interested in trying to figure all this out on my own. I can't do it by myself. As if the mind shows up and instantly puts a picture in your head of you have to do this by yourself, right? And if that's you, I'm going to let you in on something here that may change your mind and may change your life forever. It just might. Because after a while, doing healthy things for my mind, for our bodies, they became a regular thing for us. But even with the Freedom Five, even with knowing that the approach is what's important, I still would find myself start stopping, start stopping, start stopping. I had left behind the motto of I quit and throw my hands up and no more is too much. I left that behind. But I still was struggling with like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. And that was eating at my self-confidence after a while, right? Like, you know, by this time, I'm already into it. I'm already in the lifestyle. I'm already helping other people get into the lifestyle. And I know now that this happened to me because I didn't know this magic consistency booster yet. But basically, that started to weigh on my self-confidence because I was a coach and I was, you know, helping people figure some of these things out because I was already a couple years into the research. And it made me feel like a fraud. It made me feel like I was out here giving false hope to people because if they ever saw me in private, they were going to know, you know, I'm not legit. But as time went on, this self-judgment from the start, stop, from not knowing exactly what was going on that made me stop so many times and turn around and see that I wasn't being consistent again. This self-judgment about it started to get worse. And in turn, so did the start, stop habit. But then one day I heard one of the various coaches that, you know, I would listen to. I had a plethora of YouTube videos and people and different gurus and different articles and books and things that I was reading by this time. And I heard from one of these various coaches that I would listen to from time to time talk about the power of doing things as a community. They showed statistics of what happens when people embark on healing journeys alone versus with a group, or even just with one friend that doesn't necessarily flake on you, right? Or one family member that won't flake on you. And in learning this type of stuff, I looked back on my own story and I realized something. I said, oh shit. When I went to build a new healthy habit by myself, I was never successful. But I was always successful when I went to build new healthy habits with somebody or with other people. It was always a success every single time. And again, the exact opposite. If I was going alone, I would always start, stop. And I'm not sure because I didn't grow up with y'all. But if you look back on your own story, you might see something similar. Am I right? Let me know in the chat, y'all. Let me know. And so I decided to do something about that. And that's when we went through the process of trying to start growing our own inner community. And we call it the Freedom Tribe. If you ain't been inducted yet, welcome to the Freedom Tribe. You are now officially a part of the family. And now we have this growing community of people who are all on the journey of, and some already there living a freedom lifestyle and supporting each other along the way. It is really, really beautiful, y'all. And check this out. There's a couple studies that I have some things from. In 2011, there was a study published in Psychology of Sport and Exercise that found that exercise habits of people that you know, they actually have a positive influence on your own exercise habits. Did you know that did you know that this was like proven already? That it just because you know them, if they have exercise habits and you want to build exercise habits, that knowing will give you a boost in your own results. In another study, similarly, from the Department of I can never say this right, kinesiology at Indiana University, they surveyed married couples who joined health clubs and gyms and things like that at the same time. And they found this amazing statistic that just went to my mind. Okay. They found out this. Couples who worked out separately meaning they didn't go to the club or the gym at the same time. Couples who worked out separate, so like different times a day or different days of the week, you know, something like that, who did it separately, they had a 43% dropout rate over the course of 1 year. 43%, that's almost half. Okay. Now check this out though. Those that went to the gym at the same time, and it says even if they weren't necessarily working on the same machines or in the same part of the building at the same time, just because they went together, it was dropped down only to a 6.3 dropout rate. Now, you may not be on a fitness or weight loss journey, but either way, going alone is almost always a big reason why people don't maintain consistency on this journey. I'm seeing a lot of wows and things in the chat. Like, this is big news. When you put this into perspective as a coach, it's like, oh my gosh, yo. Oh my goodness. But some people may still be thinking, but so I'm me. I don't know how to find people. I don't know how to talk to these people that are out here doing the lifestyle that I want to. I don't even know where they are. Be honest. And I want to say something here. Knowing that it's hard to be honest with people, that you want to make changes. One of the biggest things that I've come across as a coach, one of the biggest things that you see and you just intuitively know, and really we all may have a little bit within ourselves, is we say, I don't know how to face the criticism that I'm about to get from my family or my spouse or my best friend when I tell them that I'm going to go plant-based, or when I tell them that I'm going to commit to something that's good for myself. And why is that? Because there's something in a lot of people that wants to keep all of their peers at the same level. And we know that intuitively, that if we go to change and start upgrading ourselves, and we know that we're going to start doing that for ourselves, meaning I'm going to do it for me, I'm not going to do it just because you're doing it or just because I want you to come with me, we know that we may face some criticism, right? But here's the truth. Here's where spiritual grounding really, really comes into play. There is a method that I made up, but it works because I've done it. And a bunch of other people have done it that really, really struggle with this thing here. That's called the jump in, jump out method. And basically all you got to do is you have to know, and I'm telling you now, so you know, all the information about what will work best for you is already out there. All you need to do is connect with people who have found that out and find out from them. They're doing it right now. And connecting with people has never been simpler. Like, what a great time to be alive. What a great time to be grateful for being alive. All you got to do for the jump in, jump out method, look for a Facebook group that is somewhat themed around one of the goals that you have for yourself and join it, right? Just join the group. And the actual method goes like this. Try to make yourself post one comment or post a single question or something like that one time in a week, just once a week. Just put a comment, asking somebody something or saying, yeah, me too, something like that. Go in and then jump back out, or ask a question. Maybe you post a question to the whole group, jump in and then you jump out. Okay. If you struggle with this, just say it with me. You jump in and then you jump out. Just like if the pool is too cold, you jump in and then you jump out. Okay. All right. That's all you got to do, but you will be surprised what that can do for you. Okay. Have a little faith that things will work out, because it has never, ever, ever been this simple and this easy. I say easy, putting aside the emotional part, easy to connect with people all around the world that are like-minded, like-hearted, and going to the same place that you are going. It's never been easier. And it may not be easy meeting new people emotionally, but when you do so with purpose, it is always worth it. Now, I have a question for you. Are you enjoying this webinar so far? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you getting something here? Are you not entertained? Let me know. Yeah, let me know. Let me know, y'all. Let me see. Pull up our participants here. Oh, it's a bunch of people in here. Hey, everybody. I had no idea. Had no idea. Yes, you're getting something from it. Yes, 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 you like it. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself because first of all, we've covered a lot, right? We covered secret number 1, how to attend to all your health and wellness needs for the day in less than 1 hour. We cover secret number 2, how to find out exactly what's holding you back and the one thing you need to do to overcome it, i.e. the approach, right? And we cover secret number 3, how to hack the number 1 consistency booster known to mankind without making your family follow the same path you're on. Thank you to somebody up there for letting me be alive in this day and age when it's the most simple, at least for us, you know, to connect with people all around the world. Now, who wants to take this thing to the next level? Put in the chat box if you are the person that want to take this thing to the next level. Go ahead, put it in the chat right now. I'm not moving on until I see a couple people in the chat. Who wants to take this thing to the next level? Level up. Yes, a hand from Lisa. Samantha says level up and agreed. Ufulu, Tensi says, let's go. Wesley says, level up. Yes. Yes, Queenie. All right. All right. Because we are not here to play with y'all. Okay. You've made it to the end. And I have not come here to do this free web class only to teach you a whole bunch of really cool things and then walk out of your lives forever. That is not what we're here to do. I have never wanted to be a health and wellness coach of any kind just to be a book on somebody's shelf. I want to be more than that for you. And I want to do more than that for you. Okay. And now, as promised, I told you, if you stay till the end, we have something super duper special for you. And it's super duper special for like a billion reasons. And so if I can take up just a little bit more of your time to show you this thing that we've put together just for you on this web class, let me know in the chat real quick if you want to if you still with me, if I can take up just a little bit more of your time before we go to show you this thing. Okay. Samantha says ready. All right. What else we got? Just let me know. Let me know. If you don't want to hear nothing else, say go home, Roger. All right. As I was making this presentation, I couldn't help but think to myself, people are going to need something to go along with all of this powerful stuff that we're sharing here. It's not going to be enough to just go over these 3 secrets that took a long time to put together. I mean, this wasn't just thrown together yesterday. Okay. We put a lot of time and effort into this. And it took our whole story for us to even get to this level of knowing what to say and what to do. And so I'm about to try to change your life forever. Here we go. Introducing the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club. Check it out. Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club is all about helping you get consistent with the healthy habits that you want in your life and maintain that high level of connection to spirit faster than you've ever thought possible. And of course, avoiding all the negative self-talk and procrastination that comes with overwhelm. So if you want to join the Thrive Club, here's what you are going to get. First of all, we got the 7-week masterclass. When I say that this masterclass goes in, I mean it goes in. And if you have experience with the masterclass, go ahead and say something nice about it in the chat as I tell them what's in it. First of all, we go over secret number 1, how to break down your fears and false beliefs, emotional barriers, and mental roadblocks that keep you from making real progress and getting to your freedom. We call that limiting belief transformation. Okay, secret number 2, how to gain profound clarity of mind and develop a true sight through stillness from within that unlocks a state of inner peace and contentment no matter what the situation or circumstance is. We call that meditation. Okay. Secret number 3, how to activate all the major muscle and joint groups within the body and stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, meaning how to hush the stressful fight or flight response and begin the natural process of healing within the body. We call that comedic yoga. Secret number 4, we go over how to optimize your eating habits in a way that serves you at your own pace. We call that optimized plant-based nutrition. Secret number 5, how to safely and naturally cleanse the bodily systems on a cellular level. We call that fasting and cleansing. Secret number 6, we go over how to use indigenous alkaline forming herbs to reset the body's natural healing abilities. Okay, we call that medicinal herbs or medicinal herb therapy. And then secret number 7, the last week, the most important week, in my opinion, we go over how to discover and remain true to my highest self, no matter the circumstance. And we call that freedom without form. Now, here's some things that people have said about this masterclass that have experienced it for themselves. Rhonda here writes, my background as a freedom seeker is as a newbie. And down here at the bottom, she says a whole lot, but down here at the bottom, you can see that it says, I am gaining a greater awareness of myself and my capabilities to obtain freedom from my thoughts and reactions. Thank you for providing this opportunity. If you want to attain and obtain freedom from your thoughts and reactions, right? If you feel like you're a newbie, but you want to get to a place that you're gaining greater awareness of yourself, let me know in the chat if this is something that you want for yourself. Billy Sue over here says, I've had a lot of negative inner dialogue in the past, and I decided to try the Freedom Lifestyle Masterclass because I've been looking for a new, unique tools to help me on my journey to my vision. And secret number one, help me affirm the inner truth about myself. If you want to affirm the inner truth about yourself, let me know. Let me know if that's you. Colleen says, from secret number 3, I'm making decisions and experiencing new learning, and each of these sessions are primed to provide me the information or secrets for success that I need. I am using what I have learned as best as I can, as it says at the bottom, and it's helping me. It's helping me in tough situations. Man, and every time I read these, I feel so much gratitude. And there's plenty more. I'm sure a couple people had some things to say about this masterclass in the chat already. Hopefully you got to check those out. But this is basically who this works for. This works for mothers who want to transition to a more healthy lifestyle without losing time with their children. This works for fathers who want to learn how to save in a healthy lifestyle routine. This works for regular everyday people, right? You and me, who just want to increase their spiritual awareness, but without changing their beliefs so drastically that they don't feel comfortable in their own skin, yet it works for them. This is for yoga teachers, fitness instructors, and other wellness providers that want to expand their practice and learn more about different aspects of the healing process, but effortlessly. This works for the 9-to-5ers who want to get more into a plant-based lifestyle, but let's say without giving up all their favorite foods. This essentially works for any and everyone who want to become more healthy and spiritually conscious, especially on a budget. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Now, I already know, as I'm getting into this thing, the number one reason why people really don't get started a lot of times is because you may be thinking to yourself that you can't get started. Your life is just too full of stuff. Like you got the kids, you got your job, you got your everything that's going on all at once, right? And it takes up all of your time. But I have good news for you. If you take this journey seriously with this 7-week masterclass, you only need to dedicate about 30 minutes a day to it, and you will still see positive results in all aspects of your lifestyle transformation journey from day one. You don't need to dedicate your whole life to the 7-week masterclass. So if you are excited, here's what you're going to get when you join the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club. You get the 7-week Freedom Lifestyle Masterclass, a $2,000 value, not price, value, okay? But you're also going to get monthly motivation and accountability group coaching calls. Every month we get together and we have a blast. And here's basically what comes with that. In a nutshell, it's much more than this, obviously, but you get priority support with these monthly motivational group coaching calls. Update your nutrition for your personal dietary needs and find out what works specifically for your body. You'll get help with your yoga practice. You'll get adjustments to your workouts for any modifications that you may need. You get help adapting to the healthy lifestyle in a way to make it sustainable for you in the long run. Help you and support you on your cleansing journeys. You can be held accountable and held accountable to the truth and to keep you from backsliding into those old habits and belief systems, what we affectionately call around here that OBS. Okay. You'll get support in identifying and, of course, transcending your own limiting beliefs. Because if you don't know what your limiting beliefs are, then you won't be able to transcend them. You won't be able to get around from them, right? Or above them. You will get inspired and you will inspire yourself with challenging and supportive assignments so that you won't get bored and just quit halfway through. You will get a chance to establish your own inner freedom through your freedom intention so that you can one day live in your freedom vision. If that's something you want to do, once again, go to the chat and say, that's me. And along the way, here's what you can throw away. Okay. Here's what you can put right in this trash can right here. With this monthly motivation coaching, you can throw away the seemingly endless cycle of self-sabotage. You can throw that away for good and close the lid. Okay. You can throw away the expensive life coaches. You can throw away the expensive health coaches. You can throw away all the rest of the stuff that basically you get a book here, you get a DVD there that sits on the shelf and is never being used. All right. You can throw that away. You can throw away all the goal setting and productivity courses that you never use. Okay. But most importantly, to stop throwing shots, because it's really no shade over here, y'all. But most importantly, you can throw away the belief that you can't make cool. You can throw away the belief that you can't make lasting changes in your life and in your health and wellness, starting from wherever you are right now. This is your problem solved, y'all. In the beginning, I didn't know how to create and stick to new habits. I didn't know how to create healthy habits for myself. All I knew is something had to be done. And so I had to create a way to systemically tackle my old habits and belief systems and the false beliefs and things that were holding me back for myself. And I was lucky enough to marry a woman that was like-minded, like-hearted, and on the same journey toward the same destination. Naturally, we decided it was our duty, right, after a time, to help any and everyone else who's willing to walk this path with us, to help them hold their hand and do it together, and also create a community. And in that, we learned that we're helping people save time and money on this journey, because it can get crazy expensive, as a couple people let us know in the chat, eating healthy and all of these things. If you don't have any knowledge or you don't have any practice, sometimes it looks like that, right? But you don't have to spend a ton of time or money trying to find someone to tell you what to do. You tell you what to do. Ufulu Child, we're here to just help you with the approach and the structure of it all, and to kickstart the process and maintain it with your accountability calls, right? You don't have to spend thousands of dollars a month on coaches and experts and books and courses and things telling you how to live your life. You can live it in the most natural way, in the most simple way. Everything you need is already within you. And I know that as a fact, not merely a concept. All right. Now, I know that there may still be some hesitation, because I've heard plenty of people say in my time that I don't want to be a hassle to the coaches, right? I don't want to be a hassle, a burden to the coaching program, because I'm new to the whole spirituality stuff. I'm definitely new to all the healthy food things, and I have my likes and my dislikes, and I don't want to be a weight and a burden and a hassle. But that's not a problem at all. This program does not require you to know anything whatsoever about plant-based eating, yoga, meditation, or anything like that. When you get started, you are not required to already know the answers. That's why we are coaches. That's why we are here. Remember, I didn't know much about it in the beginning myself either. So in a nutshell, what you're going to get when you join the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club is 7-week masterclass, as well as the monthly motivation group coaching call. Total value so far of $6,969, which is a nice number. But you're also going to get, and this is when it gets funky, y'all, the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit. In the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit, you will find the Freedom 5, which is the ultimate kickstart guide to true happiness, health, and freedom ebook. You will get your Freedom Seeker Decree Statement Generator. You'll get your Freedom Vision Workbook. You'll get your Freedom Plan Workbook. You need a vision that goes with a plan. You'll get your Freedom Without Form audio course. You'll get your Wisdom from the Spiritual Masters video playlist. You'll get your Free to Be collaborative music playlist. That, remember I told you about Fuel to help uplift your spirit, right? You'll get your daily Thrive progress tracker to help you track your progress as you go along. We are not here to play around, y'all. If you know we're not here to play around, Let me get some ones in the chat just so I know you're still with me. And listen to this. If I had to go through, I already had to go through a ton of research, online courses on mental mastery, manifestation, and even some science and things like that. And it took me years to perfect the formula of what it means to be self-motivated and find out what will keep someone else inspired to keep going when it comes to changing their habits to fit their vision when it gets challenging. I had to do tons and tons and tons of reading and trying and erroring, okay, that trial and error, which is completely normal. But you won't have to do that, because what I'm giving you is the perfected framework and proven structure, as well as all the guidance on how to simplify the way you think of it all. I literally broke everything down for you already, so you can have a seat, sip on some coffee, take it in breath by breath, slowly but surely, and just breathe about it. Okay? Somebody say breathe in the chat if you're still with me. Somebody say breathe in the chat, because that's all you got to do. And the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit is no joke, y'all. This is going to make it faster and easier for you to see and identify the vision you want to make a reality for yourself. And it'll break down the steps that you're going to have to take to live in that vision. The Freedom Vision itself walks you slowly and intentionally through every aspect of your life, allowing you to enjoy the process of literally seeing the future, seeing your destination, what you're putting into your soul's GPS. Okay? And then that Freedom Plan does exactly the same thing, but with actionable steps that you're going to take to get there. Okay? That's when you start to see the grid lines and the things telling you where you're going to take the left turn, where you're going to take the right turn, where you're going to continue straight. All right. And moreover, the Freedom Decree itself is your daily power up statement. When you make this, it is like an affirmation on steroids. If you have a Freedom Decree, say something positive about it in the chat for me as we move along, because it is no joke, y'all. It will change your life. Okay. Tell them about the Freedom Decree in the chat as I move along. It identifies what you're committed to, what your weak points are or have been, and it hacks your mind in a scientific way to make it possible for you to show up as your best self, rain or shine. And lastly, of course, the Daily Thrive is a progress tracker that allows you to jot down and reflect on where your progress is at, okay, how you did over the course of the day, and track your progress for an instant motivational boost for the next day. All right. Does that make sense? Y'all still with me? Y'all still with me? Now, a lot of you guys may be thinking that, well, so I hear what you're saying, man. I hear what you're saying. So I feel you, brother. But I'm not good with coming up with plans or powerful statements that'll keep me motivated and going in the right direction. I'm not good with that. And I don't even know really what my vision is, but I got good news if that's you. Check this out. It's not an issue if you don't know what your vision is, or you're not good with coming up with plans or powerful statements to keep you inspired and motivated. It's okay. What's also included in the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit are these two things here, which is a curated YouTube playlist that you can listen to that puts you at the seat of the spiritual masters of all different kinds. Also audiobooks, ancient spiritual knowledge coming from different types of texts from all different eras and periods of the world and history, practical psychology, modern spiritual-based science, all of that, right? Videos of people who are on stage with some of the masters, asking them how they can overcome their regular problem, like regular people, not just the masters themselves, regular people on stage with the masters, asking them, how do I get over this? How do I overcome this? How do I deal with this? My family is this, my sickness is that, my spiritual belief used to be this, but now I'm all confused. How do I go about this thing here, right? And getting the real-time advice, and all of it is felt within the heart. Thousands of hours of inspiration and knowledge that you cannot buy. And we've curated all of it into this playlist for you. That's the one on the left. And also the playlist on the right will just keep you going. It'll keep you dancing. It'll keep you uplifted. The lyrics in these songs are not dumb. Sorry. They're not dumb. Okay. The lyrics in these songs will uplift you. And also that all plays into the science. So you don't have to change everything about your daily routine until you are hit with a new spark of inspiration. And when you are ready, we, Ufulu Child, are going to be right there with you to help you develop your vision, develop that plan to go with the vision, make your freedom decree, which will change your life instantaneously from day one, and keep you accountable along the way. So if you want a piece of this pie, let me know. Let me know. Woo! Okay. So here's what you're going to get when you join the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club today. 7-week Freedom Lifestyle Masterclass, a $2,000 value, monthly motivational and accountability group coaching calls, almost a $5,000 value, and the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit, a $500 value, total value of $8,000 or $7,500, y'all. We are not playing games. And you will also get, but wait, there's more. The ultimate limiting belief transformation blueprint. Just to let you know what's in it, first of all, we got the Mind Mastery, a deeper look at the Thinker video course. This is it's about an hour or so course that you can watch over and over and over again to beat the knowledge deeper and deeper into your psyche. And it will totally give you a new look on what we call the mind, what we call God, but not in a way that does anything negative towards religions or anything like that. Just a new look, a new perspective, an expanded awareness of that which lives in you already. Okay. So we're not taking shots out here. It's all love, obviously. And what else is in here? The Relax the Thinker audio training. So you can learn how to relax your mind when it's time to, and just focus on the now, not even focus, just relax into the now. You know what I'm saying? And another audio training that I really, really love and recommend for everybody on this journey, that's called How to Fully Realize the Truth of Who You Are, Even If You've Tried Everything Twice audio training. And then if all that wasn't enough, we also have in here the Process the Trigger workbook, which will get you to transcend and ascend beyond your triggers. No matter how deep the trauma is that birthed the trigger, you take this seriously and you will not suffer from it one day more than that. If you like what you hear with this product right here, then let me know by saying something positive about it in the chat. And I'm going to tell you a little something about me. I had to go through myself personally about 10 years or more. Okay. I didn't do the exact math because pain just is always here. But I had to go through 10 years of some deeply, deeply painful times, including suicidal depression, mental breaking points, anger issues that I carried from childhood, and the like, in order to find out the simple truth that I was the one that needed to change, not my life. I was the one that needed to change, not my life situation or my life circumstance. I had to see a few therapists. I quit college. I quit a bunch of jobs. I quit every job I've ever worked at. I quit Ufulu Child once. I quit everything. Okay. And I'm not even joking with y'all. It's just kind of funny to look back on it. I had to practice deep meditation for years to be able to see with new eyes. I had to listen to a whole lot of videos that, that are now in that wonderful Freedom Without Form playlist that I mentioned earlier, that's in our starter kit. I had to spend many moments in silent contemplation of who I really am, just to be able to see what it takes to enjoy my life, to be grateful for my next breath. Okay. And with this, excuse me. With this, I saw through new eyes. And I now believe that I had to experience all of that pain so that I can understand the pain of others, because something higher than myself knew that I was on a journey to becoming a coach, to becoming someone to be in your corner, to give you dap and to give you a hug when you need it, right? To stand you up when you fall on the ground. Something knew that I was on this path. And I think that's why I had to experience all of that, because I didn't ask for none of it. But sometimes life just works like that. And now I'm at a place where I can be grateful for it. This journey led to the creation of the limiting belief transformation work that we do now, as a supportive tool to the masterclass and the group coaching calls. And I'm giving you all of these audio trainings, as well as the Process the Trigger workbook, which is no joke in and of itself, to empower you to keep your mind on the truth for the moments that you will feel like giving up. Yes, there will be many moments, okay, at least a few of them, where you feel like giving up. But self-transformation, although it may be simple, it's never supposed to be easy. But you wouldn't still be here if you thought it was going to be easy, would you? Now, with this, you don't have to go through all of that pain to learn the same things that I learned, because the limiting belief transformation blueprint gives you everything that you will need to literally transform your mental space, to transform your mental limitations and your emotional roadblocks and all of these things. With the Relax the Thinker training, you get a method of recentering yourself and your energy that actually works every single time you do it. With the How to Realize the Truth of Who You Are training, you get knowledge of self that liberates you from your mind and from being in the bubble of your reactions and your reactionary self-sabotage, right? With the Process the Trigger workbook, you're given a way to process the triggers that are a little deeper than your average pet peeve in a way that they can stay in their place, where they can be here. They have just as much a right to be here as you do, because we're all here in a temporary experience, but they no longer have power over you, right? And with the super awesome Mind Mastery video course, you get to tie it all together in a pretty little bow and become your own breakthrough. As you boost your self-confidence, you learn exactly what the mind is, where thoughts come from, where you are seeing from, what spirit is saying to you at all times, and you ascend to new levels of understanding. If that's what you want to do, then let me know in the chat right now, okay? You got this, okay? You got this. You got to know, because I know some of y'all might be thinking that, well, I can't get past my mind. You have to know, like, even if you've tried and you feel like your mind is just too strong, I really wish I had a magic wand that I could swing it here left and right, and it would remove that kind of thinking from you, because it's not true. Your mind is not strong. It is you that are strong, and it is you that are holding on to these limiting beliefs. It's your strength. It's not the mind. Don't blame it on the mind. No matter how many times you've tried something in the past, it doesn't mean that you've tried it from the proper perspective. It doesn't mean you took the proper approach for who you are as a person. Maybe you were going about it in a way that's just like how everyone else is supposed to solve this same problem. Remember that guy, Stephen Dunier, that I told you about at the beginning of this presentation? He did everything he could to try to force himself to focus and concentrate and sit down and put up barriers and not get up until the schoolwork was done, and nothing worked. Until that one day at the end of that sophomore year in college, where he decided to change his approach to fit who he was as a person. What does that mean for you? It means nothing about the amount of work had to change. Nothing about his brain and his neurochemistry had to change. He changed something within himself that was so simple and made straight A's. Look it up, straight A's for the rest of his schooling, and then excelled in business and excelled at being human for the rest. I think he's still here. I'm not going to say for the rest of his life, because the story might not be over yet. I don't think he went anywhere yet. Your mind's current habits are only as strong as you are willing to cling to them. I'm going to say that again. Your mind's current habits are only as strong as you are willing to cling to them. If your will to make new, better habits for yourself is stronger or can get stronger, then you can do this no matter what. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me? If you with me, say, I can do this in the chat. If you with me, say, I can do this in the chat. I did not come here to play with y'all today. Let's go over this one more time. What you're going to get when you join the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club, 7-week Freedom Lifestyle Masterclass, $2,000 value, monthly motivation, a group monthly motivational and accountability group coaching calls for $5,000 value, Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit for a $500 value, the Ultimate Limiting Belief Transformation Blueprint for a $500 value, a total value of $7,000, almost $8,000. Y'all, but I was thinking to myself, spent a lot of time thinking about this because we don't want to leave anybody here thinking that this is nice, but they can't succeed with it. That you can't succeed in bringing the positive change that you want to see in your life. We don't want to leave you with that thought for any reason. And that's why we came up with this. And so my question is, what else do you need to guarantee your success? What else do you need? Well, what I came up with here is the on-the-go or in-the-home Power Pack bundle. Tensi and I had to go through tons and tons of research, trial and error, and all of these things to learn about the nutritional things that we know now, right? And all of the plant-based nutrition and things like that, and the herbs. We had to dive deep. In fact, our story, before we even decided to not do music and to more so do health and wellness, started out with us diving deep into the herbs because of Mama Peaches. Remember, I told you about Mama Peaches being diagnosed with cancer at the beginning of our story together. So we had to look up all of this different stuff. And then Tensi eventually, very soon, went and got certified in Kemetic yoga, right? And that's how she learned all the yoga stuff. We had to live below our means while refusing to go back to junk food or ignore our wellness practices, facing homelessness twice, yet remaining plant-based and eating organic as much as we could, and now have figured out how any and everyone can do it on a budget. But you won't have to do any of that, because not only are there more varieties of plant-based options available than ever before in your local places now, but also I'm giving you all the trainings on how exactly we learn to navigate this transition into a more health conscious lifestyle, no matter what the life situation is or the money situation is. With the Power Pack bundle, you get the on-the-go hacks for staying hydrated and fueled even on a busy schedule. You get the in-the-home hacks for staying committed to your self-care when you don't have tons of extra time, extra energy, or extra money on your hands. And master tips, which are better than pro tips, by the way, master tips on how to properly protect your joints and muscles when you're doing your at-home workouts, yoga flows, and breathing exercises. Would you like something like that? Do you feel like that could support you in any way? Do you feel like that could support your journey to health and wellness and elevating yourself in any way? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. This is going to make it faster and easier for you to get lasting results in your health and wellness journey. How? Because first of all, it breaks down everything you need to know about proper body alignment and breathing during your movement practices. It breaks down everything you need to know about how to provide, find the hard to find food ingredients, right? When you're going through the shopping lists and things that are available, the healthy swaps for the taste that you love without the waste that your body doesn't need and hates, okay? You may not have some of these things in your kitchen, but we know how to find it. It gives you video trainings that walk you through our methods and what we learned that can work for anybody today. Again, we were doing healthy choices with absolutely no extra money. When I say absolutely no extra money, I mean, some people say like, oh, I don't have any money, and they have about $100 or so. No, it wasn't like that over here. So whether you are on the go or in the home or a mixture of both, you can do this with this tool and take your time learning it. You may be thinking that you can't afford to be watching a whole bunch of trainings and stuff, and you got all of this other stuff going on. You already bought all of these books. You already bought all this equipment, or you have a family member that's already trying to teach you all of this stuff. I understand, right? I understand that things are taking up your time, but here's why thinking like that is going to hold you back from success. First of all, has it worked already? Has it worked yet? Right? You're here. Has it worked yet? Secondly, our video trainings are in bite-sized chunks. They're not 4 hours long per video. Okay. They're not huge 500 page books or 1,000 page books that you have to engulf before you have any real understanding. They're designed from the inside out so that if you wanted to just listen to them in your earbuds as you are on your way to work or on your way to the next meeting that you have or whatever, or just as background noise as you settle down for the day, that you can write little things in your journal to get, to get little tidbits that you're going to put into play on the next day or the next week or something like that. That's what they're designed for. Again, the more, and lastly, you can bring your kids and family to these videos and to these things to learn these things with you as like hey, as a family, we're going to do this together, right? Again, the more people that are genuinely going toward the same goals that you are, the quicker you will get there and the more success you're going to have. This is scientifically proven. Now, what you are going to get when you join the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club today, 7-week Freedom Lifestyle Masterclass of $2,000 value, monthly motivation and accountability group coaching calls, $5,000 value, Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit, which is no joke, y'all. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life, $500 value, the ultimate limiting belief transformation blueprint, $500 value, and the on-the-go or in-the-home power pack bundle, which also brings it home for you in a great way. Total value of almost $10,000 of value for you today when you join. You think you may need something else? I sure do. First of all, we got this coming at you, which is super amazing. And we have so much fun every time we get to do these with you guys. It's called the Freedom Lifestyle Create-Alongs, which are live Freedom Lifestyle virtual implementation sessions. That's when we come together on a Zoom call and we cook a healthy meal together. We come together on a Zoom, and you can see us in the background if you look at that top left picture. We come and we may do the freedom vision, or we may work on your freedom decree or something in the starter kit. We come together and we do something where you actually implement the tools, resources, coaching, and information that you get from the coaching calls, the masterclass, and all of the other tools. We bring it together in the real life on a real regular day, y'all. It's not something where you're supposed to, like how in class you were just, every teacher gave you 600 pages to read and you were just supposed to magically make that happen. No, it's not like that. Like, let's do it together. It's like if your college professor said, you know what, let's read this together, y'all. Let's just read this together today. And as they said in the chat, you get to have fun when you're doing it. Thank you, Queenie. She says, they are so good. I want to do it with a bunch of friends. Get a bunch of friends, Queenie. Let's do it. Let's do it. So again, what are you going to get when you join the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club today? 7-week Freedom Lifestyle Masterclass, the monthly motivation and accountability group coaching calls, the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit, which is going to change your life, the ultimate limiting belief transformation blueprint for $500 value, the on-the-go or in-the-home power pack bundle, and the live monthly Freedom Lifestyle Create-Along virtual implementation settings, and the replays. So it's not that you learn it and then that's it. Now, if you didn't memorize, everything is gone. No, it's still here for you, for a total value of $11,766. We did not come to play. Okay. If all that this did for you was show you how to be spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally grounded enough to get and remain consistent, would it be worth it to you? If all that this did was show you how to be grounded and confident enough to be consistent in the habits that you want for yourself, would it be worth $11,000 to you? If all it did was make you feel free and at your best every moment on your journey to bettering yourself, would it be worth $11,000? If all it did was help you make the most out of your day for the rest of your life, would it be worth $11,000? If all that this did was give you the ability to smoothly transition into the healthy lifestyle that you have been trying to create for so long and stay there without fail, would it be worth $11,000? Now, we had two choices when we were deciding exactly how to price this. And again, I haven't told you the price yet. We're not going to charge you $11,000. But we had two choices. The first choice, obviously, was to make it as cheap as possible and try to sell as many as we could. But the problem with that is we have no real incentive to pile on all of this value. It would cost us more for the bonuses than the whole course would be worth. But our second choice was to make the price a little closer to its value and give you absolutely everything that you need to succeed. But my question is, what would it be worth to you? Again, if you were able to find that flow with your healthy at-home wellness routine and remain consistent with it, what would that be worth to you? What number could you ever put on your health and wellness? Right? How about if you could achieve and maintain a higher level of connection to spirit that didn't leave you when times got hard, when things got challenging? What is that worth to you? What if you could stay spiritually grounded enough to eat healthy, exercise, kill anxiety, manage your work, family, and self-care consistently without giving up everything you love to do and eat, even when you're on a busy schedule as an ex-junk-food-aholic? What would that be worth to you, y'all? Now, as you can see, the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club, is worth over $11,000. I'm not going to ask you for that. I'm not stupid. And we also took some time, me and Tensi did the other day, and said, if we were to charge separately for each little tiny thing, like what would the retail price be of this thing here, this package that we're putting together? And that came up to $5,887 for like a regular price or a retail price. I'm not going to ask you for that either. And I haven't even mentioned all the free bonuses that come with this thing yet. If you want to see some free, awesome bonuses that come with the Thrive Club, let me know in the chat right now before I move on. I'm not going anywhere unless you want to know what comes with this for free. It has nothing to do with the price after this, what I'm getting ready to show you here. I ain't come to play, y'all. I didn't come to play. If you want to see some free bonuses that come with this, let me know in the chat. Let me know. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Sammy says yes. Ufulu Child says yes. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. All right. Now, these are some super ill freedom lifestyle bonuses that we got lined up for you guys to level up your wellness transformation journey with done for you bonus and daily support that you may need. First bonus, the meditation of the heart, which is a ridiculously amazing live meditation session that we do. But plus, we also give all of the replays. There's 60 plus replays in there of meditation of the heart so that you can just throw one on your way to work and it's no problem. Everything is all good. We also have the bonus fuel plant-based recipe database, which it has a whole bunch of recipes on there for healthy plant-based meals that don't cost you a whole lot, that have matching interactive grocery lists and local grocery delivery options right in the interactive digital grocery in the database itself. Is really, really great and convenient for you. We got the Move at-home workouts. Let me talk about some of these things here. Plus, there's a one-on-one monthly check-in that you do personally, a one-on-one coaching call that you do personally with Tensi every month, aside from the monthly group coaching call. So if you felt like, the group coaching calls is great, but I really need a personal touch, well, here it is for free, y'all. For free, y'all. Here we go. Meditation of the heart. Check it out. With the meditation of the heart, we come together and you will be able to open doors inside of you that were previously closed. And I don't only mean on an emotional level. I mean on a spiritual level that does not leave you, right? You'll learn to release attachments to thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you and relax into the truth of who you really are in a way that is what comes up when times get hard. The truth of who you are comes up, right? With the plant-based recipe database, we take the guesswork out of the healthy eating and we handcraft the practically done for you foodie approved meals and smoothies and meal replacements when you start to use the nutrients in the herb mix so that you can put it in a cup like we talked about earlier. You don't have to guess on what is healthy and delicious and nutritious. We took that guesswork out of there for you. Plus, with the move workouts, if y'all want to have some fun, getting your body in shape, getting your ligaments and movements and joints and things to that next level or where they used to be, depending on where you're at in life, you will build strength for days after your super simple home practice experience. And you will experience what it's like to give the body a dose of gratitude after you're done with the minute of power. Okay, that's a little unique to our workout system is we do a minute of power after every workout. Plus, of course, you're going to tone every muscle in your body while you're having fun. And we've added in modifications for the more difficult movements so that you can stay safe while you're building consistency and toning your body. Last but not least, what you are going to get when you join the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club today is the 7-week Freedom Lifestyle Master Class at $2,000 value, the monthly motivational and accountability group coaching calls at a $5,000 value, the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit is ridiculously great and supportive at a $500 value, the Ultimate Limiting Belief Transformation Blueprint at a $500 value, the on-the-go or in-the-home Power Pack Bundle at a $1,400 value, the live monthly Freedom Lifestyle Create-alongs and virtual implementation sessions, plus all the video replays to those great recipes and things at a $2,300 value, and these free bonuses of the Meditation of the Heart, the Fuel plant-based recipe database, the Move at-home workouts, the exclusive private Facebook community called the Freedom Tribe, priority video and email support, Cleanse Club membership supplement discounts. That means if you are a Thrive Club member, you get special discounts on our Cleanse Club products, and one-on-one monthly check-in videos with Coach Tensi. If this does not speak to your heart, then I don't know what will, y'all. We came to help you become consistent in building the freedom lifestyle that you know you want to live. That's what we came to do. And so I have to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking with me until the end. And I'm going to offer to you our one-time super special discount, special one-time discount. I'm going out on a limb here for you to offer you this special discount today, because we are not in this business to merely make a big profit or to take from the community that we intend to serve. Do you want that? Do you want a special discount? Because I want to give it to you. And I know for sure that since you are still here in the webinar right now, that you are somebody that's serious about self-transformation and bringing positive change into your life. And so I'm going to offer you this incredible, incredible discount on this offer just for this webinar right here, this web class only, as a thank you for one, sticking with me until the end, and for two, for being a part of the mission to heal yourselves, which will ultimately make a positive impact on the universe and the world around you. So just for this week, all right, offer ends soon, just for this week, Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club. You're not going to pay the total value of over $14,000. You're not going to pay the regular retail price before the bonuses of the $5,000 value, $5,800 price. Just for, and you're not going to pay the $297 a month, which is the regular price. Just here, you are going to have the opportunity to sign up for just $97 a month. All of that for just $97 a month. And we also have a way that you can take that down all the way to $57 a month if you sign up with 3 or more people through our family and friends plan. All you got to do is go to ufuluchild.com/go. I encourage you to go there right now. And this is how you go all in. This is how you change your life. This is how you change your inner environment. This is how you upgrade your bodily health. This is how you upgrade your mental health. This is how you go to the next level, y'all. We ain't come here to play. And just for clarification, I already know that information alone is not going to cut it. I've told you exactly how the system works. I've shown you how to get consistent and find the flow with the healthy habits and maintain the high level of connection to spirit. I've shown you that you only need to create and live and be consistent in a freedom lifestyle. I've shown you how to make it work. But you know what? Just like I said a minute ago, to truly be successful with this, you're going to need more than information alone. I know you can be successful with this system, but you're going to need coaching. You're going to have questions that need answers, and you might need some help in the accountability department too. No offense, I needed it. But let me tell you, I take my job as a coach extremely seriously. I do not come to play, and I do not waste your time. I will not let you quit on yourself. We will get through everything we do together. And I can't do that with just a few videos and some links and PDFs. Information alone simply won't cut it. And let me let you in on something on my end. Okay. Our success rate with our clients, if we just kind of let them do their own thing and go on by themselves, is almost 0%. But my success rate for those who work closely with me, Intensi, is upwards of 95% for the specific goals that they have. If information were enough, you could simply turn to Google. All of the things that we are going to tell you and show you, we found through our research, and we don't have any access to special knowledge. If information were enough, you could simply go to Google. You are going to need a guide of some sort that has been there before, that moves in a spirit of compassion and gratitude and oneness with you. And you're going to need a guide who has been there and can take you there right now. Plus, before you go, let me tell you that we have a 30-day freedom style guarantee, which is a money back guarantee. We call it a freedom style guarantee because you're free, right? If the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club does not actually help you discover exactly how to get consistent or maintain your at-home wellness practice with joy and ease, if it doesn't help you stay connected deeply with spirit and let go of negative self-talk, I'll refund your money. No problem at all. No questions asked. You have no risk here at all. But what are you going to do? Is it worth gambling a few moments of your time to check this out? Just a few moments of your time. Even if it only does half of what I claimed it will do today, it will get you unbelievable results faster than you've ever dreamed possible. And if it wasn't amazing enough already, you are also going to get this other free bonus that I didn't even mention, but it's only for the first 25 people. Let me introduce to you the launch. We call it the Launch Freedom Lifestyle Create-Alongs for the first 25 people that sign up to this. With the launch Freedom Lifestyle Create-Alongs, we do it together. We do the whole starter kit together over 3 separate create-alongs that we will schedule once you're in the tribe. I had to figure out my own vision and plan as I went along, and I'm still figuring it out, but in a way different and more elevated way. And so I know how hard that can be at firsthand. I wanted to find a way to make it so that you don't have to deal with all of that. And so I'm going to give you the perfect way to bring your vision that you have for your future into your freedom lifestyle and into your reality. This makes it so much easier to get started with some of the practical steps you will eventually have to do if you're going to achieve anything in life, which is making a vision, making a plan, sticking to the plan, and seeing it through. This is going to make it easy, joyful, and fun to do those steps that you're eventually going to have to come across no matter what you're into, no matter what your goal is, especially with something as important as self-transformation, right? Or lifestyle transformation. And how? Because you won't have to do it alone. With this, you get to be right there with your coaches, me and Tensi, virtually, of course. And we will go through step by step what to do to solidify your vision, what your plan should look like and how detailed it should be and how many details are just minute and you'll get there when you get there, right? How to create the freedom decree and read it in a way that you feel it in your heart every time. And don't forget, there's a family and friends plan so that you can come and sign up for this. If you sign up, let's say you sign up with 5 friends or 4 friends or whatever, and y'all are a part of this first 25, then y'all are working on this together. And there's a sense of community about it that is unparalleled in its ability to uplift and to increase your results, right? What to look for, we'll show you what to look for in the playlists when you feel a certain way, or you feel like things are getting challenging in this kind of way of your thinking or this part of your spirit. What to look for when you need a certain type of motivation or inspiration. If you think that you won't be able to come to these, don't worry. I already know a lot of y'all are busy. And because you have a hectic schedule, sometimes you may feel like, yeah, but if I can't come to those, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. Because all of the video replays of all of our create-alongs are available for everybody in the Freedom Tribe. Okay, in the Thrive Club portal, not the Freedom Tribe. In the Thrive Club portal, the replays will be made available to everybody. So you can catch them anytime. You can watch half of it now, half of it later. As long as you are doing the steps, building your vision, building your plan, reading your freedom decree, keeping yourself on track and tracking your progress, the rest takes care of itself. There's something called the 80-20 rule that says, as long as you keep your eyes focused on the 20% that is guaranteed to work, then the other 80% that may work sometimes and may not work other times will take care of itself in a natural harmony with you and your vision as you go along. So you are also going to get this incredible bonus, the Launch Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit Create-Alongs, total value of $500. For the last time, let's go through it, y'all. What are you going to get when you sign up for the Freedom Lifestyle Mastery Thrive Club today? The 7-week Freedom Lifestyle Masterclass, which is amazing. Go through 7 secrets. All of them can change your life one by one, $2,000 value. We got the monthly motivational and accountability group coaching calls. Too much fun building in a community and sharing wins and learning exactly what to do and getting the support that we need along the way. The Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit, where we're building our plan, our vision, solidifying it all with the Freedom Decree. We got the Support of Fuel playlists and everything else in there to support our journey as we go. We got the Ultimate Limiting Belief Transformation Blueprint so that we can restructure and reprogram our mind for our own benefit and stop being a slave to negative thoughts and procrastination. We got the On the Go and In the Home Power Pack bundle of $1,000 and $1,400 value. Teach you everything you need to know to stay consistent. We got the live monthly Freedom Lifestyle Create-Alongs, virtual implementation sessions and video replays, $2,300 value, We got the meditation bonus, the plant-based recipe database bonus. We got the Move at-home workouts bonus. We got exclusive Freedom Tribe on Facebook. We got the priority video and email support. We got the Cleanse Club membership supplements and discounts. We got the one-on-one monthly check-in video calls that are personal and private just for you and Tensi. And the first 25 people that sign up for this only get the Freedom Lifestyle Create-Alongs, where we do the Freedom Lifestyle Starter Kit together over 3 separate Create-Alongs. Total value of $15,209. But this week only, offer expires on Sunday night. You can get all of this for just $97 a month. Or if you sign up with 3 or more people, $57 a month per person. Go ahead to ufuluchild.com/go right now and sign up and get your life so that we can get this thing popping. I can't wait to see you in the Thrive Club. And it has been amazing. Rocking out with you guys today. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know in the chat. And I will actually pull up this thing here so that you can see something else that's amazing. Y'all want to see something else that's amazing? I know you do. I know you do. There we go.
actually the daily Thrive walks now, because I can use those to track my progress, and it allows me to reflect on everything that's happened throughout the day so far. So I definitely appreciated that. So far, I've achieved consistency in constantly sweating and being intentional with my movement and my digestion cycles. Now what I would like to now what I'm going to try and do better at is with the deep breathing exercises.
I was saying, I really don't have time, but then I realized I am the time, so I gotta make the time if I want to, continue to progress in my self-care. Definitely want to get in that kitchen.
Ooh.
Start with those recipes. I saw one with the peach cobbler recipe. I was like, oh, this is just making me want to just go in that kitchen. That's not
have some fun, right?
Yeah, but in the long run, definitely getting the family together and cooking like we used to do and getting back in that zone.
Some of the things I love most is actually meeting the other people that have joined and getting to hear their stories, and another thing I've loved is how we've all learned to celebrate our little wins, and it made me realize it's okay to celebrate the small victories. It's not like you don't have to throw a giant party, but you should be able to cherish them and appreciate them. It's okay to celebrate making it to the gym. It's okay to celebrate actually drinking lots of water. It's good to celebrate when your body's digesting, when you've recovered, when you've gone to see your family, when
I
you've been able to
appreciate the accountability of the Thrive Club, and I love it's easily accessible, and it's a plethora of information, like the recipes, the meditations. It's a really good membership to have. Like the meditations while I'm driving, especially, I can just go to the playlist, play it, and on my way. Especially out here in New York, you need to just sigh.
It gives you a way to reflect, rejuvenate, and to rejoice. It exposes you to say, okay, even if the day wasn't so perfect, you have something to celebrate. There's a silver lining in it. It gives you a chance to see what you've worked on, and it gives you a chance to see what you may need to work on going forward. So it's definitely a mix of accountability and celebration. It's not simply one side or another. There's a nice balance to it. I mean, I like the check-ins, I like the group calls, because I feel like both of you have done a great job keeping us all engaged and accountable.
All right. Hopefully that was a nice thing to kind of close off on. I see there's still a couple people here. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and let me know. Let me know if there's any questions that you have at all. I am here for you. Tensi is also here for you. If there's any questions that you guys have. Yeah, I had a blast, sharing with you a piece of myself, what I've learned over the years, being consistent, learning how to not take the journey or the hardships of the journey so seriously, not take myself so seriously at times. I had a blast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves as well. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions coming through the chat. So it seems that we have come to the end of our journey together. Remember that you can get access to the Thrive Club as little as $57 a month per person if you sign up with 3 people or more with our family plan or our family and friends plan. Other than that, $97 a person, which is a ridiculous huge discount that I hope you all are ready to take advantage of. And I will see you guys whenever I see you next. Thank you so very much. Head over right now to ufuluchild.com/go and go get your life. All right. Peace and love forever.